I'm here today with this beautiful crowd of local residents from Genesee County and the Glow region, as well as citizens of the Tonawanda Seneca Nation, to share an important update in our fight to stop the Stamp Monster Data Center. Over the last few months, our community has united in shared opposition to the sprawling data center complex proposed by developer Stream US Data Centers and its financial backer, the faltering multinational private equity giant Apollo Global Management, at the troubled Western New York Science and Technology Advanced Manufacturing Park, otherwise known as STAMP, being developed by the Genesee County Economic Development Center in the town of Alabama, New York. At this point, the concerns of Glow region residents are well known. Air and water pollution, noise, harm to our wildlife and birds, increased electricity rates and decreased property values, a loss of the rural and peaceful way of life that we so value here, and the threat of bad corporate actors who care less about the people who live here and do not share our values and care only about profits. The propaganda and spin from stamp developer GCEDC and Stream are well known too. They dismiss our fears and try to sweet talk us with promises of jobs and tax revenues. When we point out all the ways that this data center complex would clearly not be a good deal for Genesee County, they say we don't understand what we're talking about. Well, now a third-party expert has weighed in, and what do they say? The Applied Economics Center, a nonprofit consulting group that offers expert services in the areas of energy, environment, and consumer protection, reviewed the financial incentives applications from Stream and produced a report that addresses the claimed costs and benefits for the local community. Stream does not provide any supporting materials for its cost-benefit analysis, or CBA. Effect on tourism and recreation, utility bill impacts, public health impacts, the cost of public infrastructure required for the project, or the local disturbances associated with project development, such as placing cables and fiber optic lines. Stream's job creation estimates exceed values found in publicly available data and information. Average publicly available estimates indicate that the proposed project would create about 4,100 fewer direct temporary jobs than the company claims, and 1,300 fewer indirect temporary jobs than the company claims as well. No to GCEDC ignoring and steamrolling local residents, and yes to investing in local businesses, public goods, projects that benefit our local residents, that provide good and appropriate jobs for us, that align with our values, that honor our way of life and show care for our communities and the home we all hold dear. That home including our water, our air, our wildlife, and our birds, as well as our human residents. We expect that at the supplemental public hearing on Thursday, April 16, later this week, we will see the room packed with just as many, if not more, local residents speaking truth to power and demanding that GCEDC listen when they say no. Genesee County has said no and will continue to say no to this terrible deal. And then we will turn to the business of saying yes to the future that we want to create together. We're still in a critical decision-making phase, and we hope that all local residents will join us in voicing their opinions. There is a supplemental public hearing this Thursday, April 16 at 4 p.m. at the Alabama Fire Hall, and there is a site plan hearing on April 20th at 6 p.m. also at the Alabama Fire Hall. You can submit written comments to GCEDC. The email is on their website. For more information about our campaign to stop the Stamp Monster Data Center, please see Stop the Stamp Monster Data Center on Facebook and follow Allies of TSN on Facebook and Instagram.